Aloha Amazon Live. Thank you for joining me Saturday morning, 9 o'clock here in Maui. And welcome to Shoe Time with Teri, my live Amazon shopping channel where you can find all of the supplies for any of my videos, which I have just done a whole series of Birkenstock videos. So if you love your Birkenstocks, do a full restore, maybe dye them, put on new soles. I get asked all the time about footbeds, how to care for them. That's what we're going to go over in this video. And this is linked to all of these series of 4 Birkenstock how-to videos from your own home. Woo! Awesome. I'm Teri Edmonds. I'm a cobbler in Maui, Hawaii. I'm the only shoe repair here, and so I get a lot of Birkenstocks. And the best way to reach me is through my website, teriedmonds.com. You click the front page and it goes, you click the Amazon button, it goes to my Amazon shopping cart. I have a selection just for Birkenstocks. So I've included all of these supplies there. Just click that link, it'll open up a whole menu of options. And just click the Amazon button on my YouTube channel. I do make a commission, so thanks for supporting me for making more content. Woo! I love it. All right, so one of the videos here is about these really cool Birkenstocks I did for this guy here. These I dyed black. These here I put on this pattern. I have a picture of it for you later, but this is a skull and crossbones Vibram sole. I put crepe first and then I put this Vibram sole. And then on this one here, it's another boot. And I don't think they make this boot anymore. And I put on this Vibram sole. It's called Kigama, and it's really, really awesome for traction. And I put it on my own refurbished sneakers. So if I'm hiking in the back trails or whatever, this is the Kigama. It's really awesome, easy to use. And I have details on that. And this is just kind of a close-up. Super fun. That skull and crossbones was pretty awesome. This sole's a little bit heavier, but still really durable, and he's a construction worker, so he needed something really durable. All right, the next video that I have is a how to restore this is the after picture, but they were pretty beat up when I got them. One of them I dyed, these two were both this tan color, and I dyed this one black. This is called the Derby, and for Birkenstock aficionados, you can't get the Derby anymore. And it has a rubber sole on the bottom, so it's not a cork sole like your classic Birkenstock, you know, or classic Birkenstock. These are inside this shoe. And so this guy, I'll show you a little close up. Let's see if that works there. Yeah. So the insoles of his looked like this when I first took them out. I get asked all the time where to buy these, and I put them on my Amazon link, okay? So you can find them, just make sure you get the right size. They do differ in widths, like this Derby here is a completely different insole, and they don't make it anymore. So after I tried a whole bunch of different sizes, I went through 9 pair, I couldn't get any of them to work. So we went back to the original insoles, and those are right here. And he had, as you can see, like the whole front toe was completely disintegrated. He wears through the sides here, so see how he wore through these sides. And you know, you can fix those problems, especially from home, and it's really easy. I just took a piece of cork, and I demonstrate how to do this in the video, but I take this piece of cork, cut a strip, and apply it with this awesome master cement, right? This stuff is really great. And I just apply them to this insole, or to the insole here. And I sanded it, you know, trimmed it up, sanded it down, rebuilt this side again for him so that he's got some support when he puts these back inside the Derby. And then I finished it with this cork renew. And I did just put my a new link because the old one was saying it wasn't available, but you can definitely get Kelly's Cork Renew. It's a lifesaver. I actually use it. I use it on everything when I do a new sole, when I resole a Birkenstock. So this one was a resole. And this one here, I'm going to show you in the next video here. This is what it actually looked like. It's a little hard to see from the picture, but you get a close-up in the video. And they were all worn down here and worn down in the back. The whole back had collapsed on her. And she's from Illinois and was here on vacation and just had to have me do them, which was awesome. I was like, yes, give them to me. So I rebuilt the backs on them. This is that front toe rebuilt. And you know, it's not perfect, it's not brand new, like replacing it with a new insole, right? It's not that, but some people just, for instance, you had to have this insole back because you couldn't find a replacement. So it's there in a pinch, and it's really fun and really easy to do. So that guy's gonna be so thrilled. I'm very excited for him. All right, and so this gal here, some of the things that I used for this, I used the cleaner first, which is really nice. I actually have later on, well, let's just keep going real quickly here. Then I did these soles. These were a dye. They were originally like a dull gray and a brown. And so I applied some Lincoln suede dressing to them. And we'll cover that just coming down here. This one here I have given back to the client, but as you can see, you know, a dog had chewed the straps here. And so I took it, cleaned it, conditioned it, repatched it from the back side, and I was able to save her Birkenstock for her. So she was thrilled. And let's see here. There we go. All right, so now let's cover supplies, because I pretty much used all of this to do all of these projects, all right? And the first one was the cleaner. I talk about this cleaner all the time. And this gal here, she's had these for a really long time. She's had a lift built inside them because on this one, I guess she just wanted to be taller, and it has a little bit more of a contour. She had an orthopedic, a pedorthist create this footbed for her. And it's been lined with some suede, and it was pretty moldy on the top, so I cleaned it with the cleaner. I also cleaned this one with the cleaner, and I did there's a side-by-side on it when it wasn't cleaned and when it was cleaned, and what a difference. I mean, it just really brought out the color for her. Okay, then, and you can use it on the footbeds, right? If you want to clean out your footbeds, you just shake it up, put it in a little dish, use your nylon brush, and just give it a scrub till you get foam, wipe off the foam, and let it dry, not in direct sunlight. So that's the way to clean with that. Then through this whole process, I used this glue, this master cement. And because I'm in the Hawaiian Islands, I can have it shipped to me because I pay this hazard fee. It's really expensive. So if you're in outside of the continental US, they probably won't ship directly to you, but they will in the continental US. It has a brush in the lid. This is enough for about one pair of Birkenstocks. And I used it, and I demonstrate in the video that I use it to glue the straps back together inside here. You know, open these up, clean out any dirt that's in there, and then re-glue the sides, let them dry, then you press them together. You can do this at home, and it really changes the shape. It takes your shoe back to how it used to feel. I'm gonna take a minute and read some comments here. All right, thank you, Chairman Meow. That's awesome. Carol Miller, thank you for being here. That's so great. All right, so let's keep going. All right, so after I did the cleaning, let the shoes dry, I did some dyeing. And this is, let me get more to the dye. Right here. All right, this is the Angela suede dye. And it's a specific for suede. And I never use a regular leather dye on suede, except this time. For some reason, I used the black suede on both pairs of these Birkenstocks. One of them was dark brown, one was like a dull gray black. It used to be black. The black one took just fine, but the brown one was so strange. I did the dye, and then I applied this Suede Renew, which is a spray paint for suede, and it's the final finished look. You spray it on about 6 inches away. And when I did that, it kept bringing this brown color out in the shoe. It was so bizarre. I've never seen it before. So as I say in the video, the how-to video, I actually used a regular leather dye because I knew this client wouldn't mind if it had a peculiar finish. And that's why you don't want to use it, because leather dye can sometimes leave a metallic-y color unless you put a polish on it, and you don't want to polish suede. But I know this client, and she really wanted this to be this color, and it ended up working out great. So there it is. And I've put new soles on for her. And I go ahead with the Cork Renew and finish up the heels, you know, just to give it a more protected look. All right, so there's that. Then, I didn't happen to use, okay, so the paintbrushes. When I do my dyes, I almost always use, even though it comes with a wool dauber like that, okay, I actually like to use a paintbrush, and I put these are my very favorites, they're in the shopping cart, and I hold the shoe upside down, and I take my paintbrush and I get the trim work with my paintbrush around there, around the buckles. You know, you just can't get that dauber in there and get a finished look. So you really need the brushes. They're so affordable. Oh, I love them. So there's that. Then typically I will do a leather conditioner after I clean. Of course, you don't do it on suede, but I did do it on her Birkenstock, just to give it some more life, especially if something's really dry. Not used here today, but in most of my Birkenstock repairs, if it's a black or something, or like the derbies in a leather, I used, and in that derby, I used the dye, then I used this Money's Worth's Best cream polish, and then I used, which is this, then I used this Lincoln stain wax, and I apply that with a brush that I don't have here. It's a little round brush, but it's on your shopping cart. And then take it off with this, buff it out with this. And I sell a lot of those kits. People really like that. So if there's a spot that you, these are the brushes I'm talking about. There's the stain wax, or there's the stain wax, and then we've got the dye, and the Suede Renew really helps to darken colors. All right, so the big one is how to repair the cork in case you can't get a replacement cork footbed. And I did put some of these on your Amazon shopping cart. They were kind of challenging. I couldn't find them at Lowe's or Home Depot, and I finally found them on Amazon, and it was, you know, of course, they're so quick to deliver, and there they are. I like this width, which is under 1/4 inch. It's usually, and this one is really nice and not too crumbly. I liked that it stayed flexible because I did a lot of big spots. For instance, this one, I had to build this up all the way from here, all the way over. That whole thing is a piece of cork, right? And it bended without cracking, and you know, ultimately you go through with a fine sander and just sand it down. You know, I recommend in the video that you take some sandpaper and put it at the end of a flat ruler, and it makes a nice sanding stick. All right, and then I get asked all the time for Birkenstock soling material, this. And as far as I know to date, you cannot buy these without being a vendor like myself or being a wholesale account. So I give an option and they're listed here, and it's this sheets of crepe, and I prefer them to the Birkenstock. Usually they come about, I like mine in about 1/4 inch. Let's see what kind of questions we got here today. Hey Magic, thank you so much. Birkenstock's owners are definitely, yeah, thank you, Carol. It's awesome. Thanks for your feedback. So you can do this thickness. You can also do a 1/2 inch, and they come in different colors. And so usually, mostly I work with dark, you know, black and brown. That's what Birkenstock's traditional colors are. And they also, this is also kind of cool. So this crepe material, that's called soling crepe, which means it has a grip, okay, for non-slip grip. But you can also get it in smooth. And where I used that was when I did that guy's Romeo boots, the slip-ons. I did a smooth crepe layer, and then I applied this optional sole, right? I also used it for this gal. Okay, this is a perfect example here. So she, for some reason, wears through this one area on her sole. Isn't that crazy? So she doesn't need to do a full resole, just a partial corner here. So I put in the smooth crepe, then I put this real thin non-slip material that you can buy, those little pads that are non-slip. They're in the shopping cart. Anyway, so, and then I built it up a little bit because she obviously is putting a bunch of pressure on that spot, and she likes to wear through it. So anyway, I did another one like that in the cork. I don't have it here to show, but it's in the video. She was wearing through her cork footbed right in this one spot. It was so bizarre. So I ended up building that up a little bit too for her. So that was really great. And that brings us to my new logo. Woo! Yes, we are about boots and shoes. I am Maui's Only Shoe Repair. All those videos you can find on my YouTube channel, Teri Edmonds. You can go to my website, teriedmonds.com. And thank you so much for subscribing, liking my videos, commenting. Carol, you're awesome. And have a wonderful weekend. From Maui, aloha.